Have you ever wondered why data literacy is critical in today's digital world? In this era of information, data is more than just numbers on a screen. It's the lifeblood of decision-making, the foundation of strategy, and the compass that guides our actions. Data literacy is like a new language, one that's spoken by machines, interpreted by algorithms, and understood by those who are brave enough to decode it. But why is it so important? Well, it's simple. Data literacy empowers us to make informed decisions. It equips us with the tools to sift through mountains of information, identify patterns, and extract insights. It's the key that unlocks the door to a world of possibilities, revealing a landscape rich with potential and brimming with opportunity. Consider the business world, where data is no longer a luxury, but a necessity. Companies of all sizes, from small startups to multinational corporations, are harnessing the power of data to drive growth, increase efficiency, and gain a competitive edge. They're looking for individuals who can speak this new language, who can navigate this digital landscape, and who can transform raw data into actionable insights. In the healthcare sector, data literacy is saving lives. It's helping doctors predict disease outbreaks, track the spread of viruses, and develop effective treatments. In education, it's shaping the minds of the next generation, providing teachers with the tools they need to personalize learning and improve student outcomes. The demand for data literacy skills is growing, and it's growing fast. Industries across the globe are waking up to the power of data, and they're searching for people who can help them harness it. They're searching for data literate individuals, for data champions, for data heroes. So whether you're a student stepping into the world of work, a professional looking to upskill, or a business leader aiming to drive innovation, data literacy is essential. It's not just about understanding data, it's about using it, applying it, and leveraging it to make a difference. Data literacy acts as a catalyst, transforming raw data into valuable insights. It's a skill, a tool, and a weapon in this data-driven world. So let's dive in and let's get data literate. To become data literate, understanding basic data concepts is essential. Let's start with the term data. Data is raw, unorganized facts that need to be processed. It's like the ingredients you use to make a meal. Uncooked and unseasoned, they don't make much sense. But once they're prepared and combined correctly, they create a delicious dish. Next, we have data sets. If data is the ingredients, a data set is like a recipe. It's a collection of related data that's grouped together. For instance, a data set might include all the information about a group of people, like their ages, heights, and weights. Now, let's move on to metadata. You can think of metadata as the notes scribbled in the margins of a cookbook. It's data about the data. For example, in a data set about people's heights and weights, the metadata might include when and where the measurements were taken or what measuring tool was used. To give you a clearer picture, let's imagine a library. In this case, each book in the library is a piece of data. A particular shelf, let's say the one holding all the mystery novels, is a data set. And the library's catalogue, which tells you where to find each book and when it was published, is the metadata. But data isn't always as straightforward as books on a shelf. Sometimes it's like a puzzle, with each piece holding a small part of the overall picture. And just like with a puzzle, you need to know how to put the pieces together to see the full image. That's where data literacy comes in. Data literacy gives you the skills to understand, use, and communicate data effectively. It's like having a roadmap to navigate the complex world of data. With it, you can make informed decisions, solve problems, and even predict future trends. But remember, data literacy isn't a destination, it's a journey. And every journey starts with a single step. Mastering these basic data concepts is your first step toward data literacy. Data comes in various shapes and sizes. Recognizing these differences is crucial. Picture a bustling marketplace. Each stall represents a different type of data, each with its unique characteristics and uses. Two of the most prominent stalls in this marketplace are qualitative and quantitative data. Let's visit the qualitative data stall first. This type of data is all about descriptions and qualities. It's like a vibrant fruit stall brimming with a variety of colors, shapes, and textures. Each fruit, like each piece of qualitative data, brings a unique perspective that adds richness and depth to our understanding. An example of qualitative data could be a customer's opinion about a new product. It's subjective, based on feelings and experiences, and can't be measured in numbers. Now, let's stroll over to the quantitative data stall. It's like a vegetable stand, where every item is weighed and sold by the kilogram. Quantitative data is numerical, countable and measurable. It's about quantities and hard facts. An example could be the number of products sold in a month or the percentage increase in sales over a quarter. It's objective data that provides measurable and verifiable information. While both types of data have their unique characteristics, they can often complement each other. Think of a delicious fruit salad, where the sweetness of the fruit is balanced by the crispness of the vegetables. Similarly, combining qualitative and quantitative data can give us a more comprehensive understanding of a situation. For instance, while quantitative data can tell us how many products were sold, qualitative data can provide insights on why customers chose to buy those products. Together, they paint a more complete picture that can guide decision-making and strategy. But remember, just like choosing the right ingredient for a recipe, it's crucial to select the right type of data for your analysis. You wouldn't use a banana to make a savory soup, would you? Knowing the difference between data types allows you to choose the right tool for the job. And that, my friends, is the essence of differentiating between data types. Data is everywhere, but do you know where to find it and what form it's in? Let's dive into the ocean of data sources. A data source is simply where your data comes from. One common source is databases. Databases are structured sets of data. They could be as simple as your phone's contact list or as complex as a multinational corporation's customer records. Next up, we have APIs, or application programming interfaces. They are like a bridge between different software applications, allowing them to communicate and share data. For instance, weather apps use APIs to pull data from weather databases. Web scraping is another method to gather data. It involves extracting data directly from websites. Imagine reading a web page and jotting down useful information, but done by a software at an incredibly fast pace. Now that we've covered the sources, let's talk about data formats. Data format refers to how data is stored and organized. Each format has its own strengths and weaknesses, so choosing the right one for your task is crucial. First on our list is CSV, or comma-separated values. It's a simple format where each piece of data is separated by a comma. This format is great for tabular data, but it lacks the complexity to handle more intricate data structures. Next, we have JSON, or JavaScript Object Notation. JSON is a flexible text-based format that's easy to read and write. It's perfect for data interchange between a server and a web application. Lastly, we have Excel, a well-known tool among data analysts. It's not just a software, but also a data format. Excel files can hold large amounts of data and offer a range of functions for data analysis. So, whether you're dealing with a database, an API, or a web page, and whether your data comes in a CSV, JSON, or Excel file, understanding these sources and formats is crucial. It's like knowing the roads on a map and the language of a foreign country. Understanding data sources and formats helps you navigate the data landscape with ease. Data jargon can seem intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. Let's break down some of the common data terminology in an easy, digestible way. First, we have big data. It's a term that's thrown around a lot, but what does it actually mean? Well, big data refers to extremely large data sets that are too complex to be processed by traditional data processing software. It's like trying to read a book that's 1 million pages long. You're going to need some powerful tools to help you make sense of it all. Next, we have data mining. No, it's not about picking up a pickaxe and digging into a mountain of numbers. Data mining is the process of discovering patterns in large data sets. It's like being a detective, sifting through clues to find meaningful patterns and relationships. Now, let's talk about data visualization. This term refers to the graphic representation of data. It's about turning rows and columns of numbers into visuals like graphs, charts, and maps. Imagine trying to understand the population density of the world by reading a spreadsheet. A bit difficult, right? But a heat map, on the other hand, can instantly show you where people are concentrated. That's the power of data visualization. Then we have the term data integrity. It's a crucial concept that refers to the accuracy and consistency of data over its life cycle. Imagine a game of telephone where a message gets distorted as it's passed along. Data integrity ensures that doesn't happen with your information. Lastly, data analytics. This is the science of analyzing raw data in order to make conclusions about that information. It's like being a data detective, using your tools and skills to uncover the story that data is trying to tell. With these terms under your belt, you're well on your way to becoming data literate. Remember, understanding data isn't just about the numbers, it's about the story they tell and the insights they provide. So, let's continue our journey into the fascinating world of data. Let's take a moment to recap what we've learned. In our journey through the realm of data, we started with the significance of data literacy. It isn't just a nice-to-have skill anymore. In this era of information, knowing how to interpret, analyze and leverage data is a crucial ability that can set you apart in any field. We then moved on to defining basic data concepts. We learned about datasets, variables and data points. Each data point in a dataset corresponds to one unit of observation, while a variable represents a particular characteristic of the unit. These are the foundational building blocks that help us understand and work with data. Next, we delved into the world of data types. We differentiated between qualitative and quantitative data. Qualitative data, the non-numerical data, helps us understand the why and how of occurrences, while quantitative data, the numerical information, helps us quantify and measure happenings. We also explored different data sources and formats. We learned that data can come from a myriad of sources, from databases and spreadsheets to text files and websites. Each source and format has its own strengths and limitations, and knowing these can help us make better decisions when gathering and using data. Lastly, we familiarized ourselves with common data terminology. We now know that big data refers to extremely large data sets that can be analyzed for patterns, trends, and associations. We also learned about data mining, the process of discovering patterns in large data sets, and data visualization, the representation of information in a graphical format. These concepts, terms, and distinctions are the tools that you need to navigate the world of data. They are the keys to unlocking the power of data and using it to your advantage. Remember, data literacy isn't just about understanding data, it's about making data work for you.